Happy day, students. In today's video, we'll be talking about news reporting. If you have done your first semester, you will know in the first semester, you would have learned the basics of English language along with your LSRW skills. In the second semester, you would have covered communication skills and specialized in the writing skills. Whereas when it comes to your third semester, it's a bit more advanced, wherein you will be learning the language, or you will be learning the written skills through various mass communication. Like for today's class, we are going to talk about news reporting. What is news reporting? News is all about the events that has happened in the society that is getting reported by the journalists. So the different types of news that you see in a newspapers are news that is related to your region, news that is related to your state, news that is related to your nation, tragic events, cultural events. These are some of the news that are covered in our everyday newspapers. Now, in order to know the structure of a news report, you need to know the fundamental structure of a news report. So the format of a news report goes something like this. So you have the headline, wherein the headline is short and crisp in an article, which tells you what the news is going to be about. And it's followed by something called as your byline. Byline is where you have the name of the reporter. Your placeline is where you have the place of the news that is reported from. Then comes your lead, then comes your body, and then comes the tail of a news report. So the news structure is in the form of an inverted pyramid. That is the basic thing that you need to know when it comes to your news reporting. The news report is in the form of an inverted pyramid. Keep that in mind. When I say inverted pyramid, it goes something like this. You have the lead news, followed by the description of the lead news, followed by the conclusion. So this is how the structure of a news report is, the basic structure of a news report is. The next thing that we are going to look here is the fundamentals of a news report. When I say the fundamentals of a news report, I'm talking about the lead news. Let's go paragraph by paragraph and analyze what exactly is found inside a news report. The first thing is the lead paragraph, which contains the following. It has the 5 W's and a H. So the 5 W's are this: who. So who is this main subject who is involved in this particular news? Then comes the what. What exactly happened at the particular spot? So that is the what. Then comes your when. When or which day did this happen? Where did this happen? Followed by why did this happen? The reason behind this incident, followed by how. How exactly did the event take place? So this is the breakup of a lead news, followed by the body. Now the lead news is very important, which tells you or which captures the reader's attention. So the moment you read the lead news, you get to know the idea of a particular news event. So what exactly happened at the event, who was involved in that event, where did this happen, when did this happen, why did it happen, and how did it happen. So this comprises the lead news, and it helps in capturing the attention of the readers. So make sure whenever you're writing the lead news, it's important to capture the attention of the readers by making sure to give only the factual information and not to give your opinion or ideas in the lead news. Let's go in depth about the description or the second paragraph, the body of the news report. What exactly goes in the second paragraph of a news report? Usually a news report is divided into 3 paragraphs. Like I said, the first paragraph is your lead news. The second paragraph is your description. The third paragraph is called as a tail, or otherwise called as your conclusion. Now, in the body or in the second paragraph is where the news, what exactly happened in the news is described in detail. Say for example, if it's related to a crime, probably a report that is related to a crime. Say for example, an accident has happened, or probably a theft has happened. The first paragraph will contain where exactly it happened, when it happened, what exactly happened at that particular place, and then how it happened, and the reason behind the thing. So that is what is said in the lead news, followed by the body or the description of the whole event. If it's a theft, how exactly did it go about? So what exactly happened in the beginning, who were involved in it, what exactly happened, that whole description will be given in the second paragraph. So second paragraph is where you have the description. Something like this. So additional details that is there in the story, probably quotes from the victim's side or probably quote from the victim himself or herself. Usually quotations are used, additional points that are needed for the story is said here in the second paragraph. So the why and the how, the eyewitness, the background, all that is captured in the second paragraph. Also, the last paragraph is where it is nothing but the conclusion of the whole news report. So the observation, the reporter's observation, any other interesting or related info regarding the particular event, all that is shared in the tail part. So this is the structure of a proper news report. Now let's take an example here. The example is this. I've just given you a lead news here in order for you to understand or know to differentiate between the 5 W's and the H. So let's take this lead news. A meteor fell on Earth in Velachery on Tuesday. Many residents saw a bright streak of light before hearing a loud crashing noise. So this is just the part of a lead news that I've taken just so that I can explain the 5 W's and the H. So the who is the meteor here. So what exactly happened? It landed or it fell on Earth. When did this happen? This happened on Tuesday. Where did it happen? It happened at Velachery, obviously Chennai. Then why did this happen? Since it's a natural event, there is no reason behind it. So you can just say it's a natural event. So how did this happen? Fell with a loud noise and a streak of light. So all that explanation of how exactly it happened can come in the how part. So this is how the lead news looks like. So let's take a second example. A 67-year-old grandma completes a 30-kilometer marathon held by Indian Bank yesterday in MP wearing a sari. She did so to increase awareness about handloom saris. So let's take a look at the different W's and the H. So who exactly is the person here? It's the 67-year-old grandma. What exactly happened? She was able to complete a marathon in a sari. When did this happen? This happened yesterday. Where did this happen? In Madhya Pradesh. So why did this happen? She did this to increase awareness about handloom saris. And how is not relevant here. Probably how and why, if it's a situation that is needed there, like for example, if it's something related to a crime or an event that requires a how and a why, only then you will write the how and the why. Otherwise, the how and the why is not that necessary. So the important part here is explained about the lead news. Keep in mind, these are the 5 W's that has to go inside a lead news. I've given it with the example here. Now let's go for the next slide. Now the things to remember when you're writing a news report. These are the things to remember. The very important thing, like I said, it's the lead news. The lead news has to have factual information. You cannot give your opinions or ideas or what you think about that particular event. It's only the factual information that is captured. So what happened, where it happened, when it happened, how it happened, only that is captured in the lead news. The description of that particular event. Say for example, if it's a cultural event. So who was the speaker, what did the speaker speak about, who were the other members who were part of the cultural event, how exactly did the event happen, how many people turned up at the event, all that will take up in the description part. And the conclusion part, again, you will conclude by saying any interesting or related info related to that particular event is mentioned in the, or any reporter's opinion. All that is given in the conclusion part. So keep in mind, these are the things. First thing is, make sure to use formal language. Never use I, never use your first person point of view. Make sure to use the third person point of view. Make sure to use past tense. And also one more thing, keep in mind not to use the date or the day inside the report. Usually the date or the day is mentioned in the byline where the name of the author or the name of the staff reporter is mentioned. I think I would have showed you in the previous slide where I would have talked about the format of a news report. So it has the headline, it has the byline, it has the place line, followed by the lead news, the body, and the conclusion. So there you will have the date and the day. So nowhere in the report should you include the date and the day. Next thing, make sure it follows the proper, organize the news report properly. It has to be followed, I mean, like I told you, it has to have the headline, the byline, the lead news, the body, and the conclusion. That is very important. Also the 5 W's, what happened, when it happened, where it happened, why it happened, how it happened. All this is again important. The inverted pyramid is very, very important. You can take a look at the inverted pyramid here. Then again, like I said, make sure to use past tense when you're reporting an event. Next comes the tips. These are the little tips that I want to give you when you're writing a news report. Make sure again and again, be very objective, don't be subjective. Do not bring in your opinions or your point of view. Be very, very objective about writing a news report. Number 2, never hype. Do not hype up or exaggerate an event that has happened. Keep it normal. Say the news as it is. That is very important. Cover the event as it is. Never make sure not to hype or exaggerate a particular thing that has happened. Then don't include your opinions. Like I said, headlines. When it comes to the headlines, make sure to keep it short and crisp and not to make sure that it's not an inappropriate one. Make sure that it's short and crisp. And again, make sure that the information that you're giving is accurate, and then again make sure to not use any high funda words. Keep it very simple, keep it very normal, factual information. One more thing, the last thing is this: when you are quoting a victim or when you're quoting someone from the victim or someone related to the event, I'm talking about the crime news here, but in general, if you're covering any event, whenever you're quoting someone, make sure to keep the quotes to minimum, probably a 2 or 3 quotations that is needed for that particular event. Make sure you don't exaggerate the whole thing and give a lot of quotations. That again takes away the crispness of the news report. So these are the checklists that I've mentioned here. Again, the inverted pyramid is something that I'm going to keep telling you again and again, something that is very, very important to a news report. If you follow this particular format, you will be able to write a structured news report. So the 5 W's, the inverted pyramid, make sure that it's objective and it's in the third person point of view and it's in past tense. And again, please don't bring in your emotions or your opinions or your ideas in the news report that you are writing. So I've given you an example here to differentiate the lead news, the body and the conclusion part. And also I've given you an exercise, try doing this exercise. So in today's class, we've covered the topic of news reporting. We've talked about what a news is. We've talked about the fundamentals of a news report or the structure of a news report. We've talked about the, in detail or in depth, talked about the different paragraphs that are there inside a news report and how to go about writing each paragraph. Have given you samples and exercise for this particular topic. Thank you, girls.